Are we getting to your picks now on the weekend, Caleb? Is that what we're doing?
We are, and last week doesn't count. No, I actually had an amazing start last week. I was like 8-1, and then the Tennessee Arkansas game happened, screwed me over, and then the Cal Miami game. Cal blowing that 35-10 lead to Miami cost me so much money. I would have made a profit last week, and I ended up just slightly losing money. I finished 8-8, and I was 2-3 on my best bets because of that Cal Miami game. I took Cal straight up.
Who did they play? Who played Miami again?
Cal.
Who?
Cal.
Is it me, or does it sound like Caleb saying cow? Do you have a little bit of your... I've never heard your Southern accent before until right now. The Beef played Miami, is what you're telling me. That's awesome. I've not heard a single or anything like that out of
I had it growing up, and then I did. I really did have it growing up. I went into broadcast journalism and trained myself to get rid of it. Funny.
Yeah, I used to, this before cell phones, I'd ride around going right, bike, kite, flight, and people look at me like, that is an idiot. But I tell you what, this idiot can see. No contacts, no glasses. Last look, we saved the best for last. Brought to you by Campbell, Cunningham, Taylor, and On.
To visit cctis.com. The information you need is easy to access, and setting an appointment is as simple as clicking the tab. Doctors Campbell, Cunningham, Taylor, and Hahn, and Eye Care Optical at cctis.com. Simply the best.
Go, Caleb, go. What do you got for picks this weekend? I'll tell you whether or not I agree. If I agree with Caleb, and I think he's spending his gambling allotment wisely, I'll say, hey now. If not,
that's crazy.
All right. So there have been a lot of crazy ones for Caleb. And suddenly I have the hiccups on the air.
Yeah, could be another chaos week could be in the works. There are 4 ranked teams that play unranked teams on the road with winning records, and there are 2 more ranked teams that play lower ranked teams on the road. So we're going to start, because again, we do SEC and top 25 games going down the list. I got South Carolina plus 21 at Alabama, by the way, and I got the over 49.5. I actually think it'll be South Carolina plus 21.
No.
That's crazy.
Alabama bounces back in a big way.
All right. Missouri minus 27 at UMass, the over 54.5. Whatever you think about Missouri, UMass is the worst team in college football. They're Kent State level bad.
You're right, because my son goes there. And I asked him, I said, who y'all got this week? He goes, I'm not even sure. Hey now.
There you go. All right.
He goes to the hockey games, but he doesn't go. I mean, it's like literally there's no tailgate, no nothing there.
Yeah, their best win is like over a Division II school in overtime right now. So
did they lose to Butch Jones, or did they beat Butch Jones?
I think they lost to they lost to Butch Jones, I'm pretty sure. They lost to Butch Jones by a larger margin, and they lost to Butch Jones when he was at Tennessee. Okay, so anyways, Texas, Oklahoma. This is the Red River Shootout. We all love this game. I actually have Texas covering the 14.5 point spread, which is not good for Tennessee. Oklahoma is a bad program, though, and I actually think the game hits the over 25 or 48.5. It goes over 48.5, and I think Texas covers 14.5.
Yeah. I feel like Oklahoma kind of pulled out all the stops against Tennessee, even though they played well last week. I think when I say pull out all the stops, I'm not saying played their hardest. I'm saying they pulled everything out of the playbook. So I don't know that there's a lot of looks that Texas is going to be surprised by. We're kind of past that point in general at the end of the season.
Totally agree. So Mississippi State and Georgia, I got Mississippi State plus 34. That spread's too big. I got the under 55.5. Georgia struggling offensively, and there are some internal issues with that program. So they're not going
That's crazy.
No way.
No, Mississippi State covering plus 34. They're not going to win, but they're not going to lose by 34.
Okay. All right. What do you got?
All right. So next, LSU Ole Miss, one of the best games of the weekend. I got LSU plus 3.5, and I got the over 62. And I actually think LSU might win this game.
Hey now. All right. I'm actually picking LSU in the outright upset. I don't know what the money on is, but that would be my bet.
Dave, going for that would be, but I'm going big or go home, and there's a better money line that I want, just like I did last week with Cal Miami. Anyways, Ohio State, Oregon, game of the week. I got Ohio State covering the 3-point spread, even though it's at Oregon, and I got the over 53.5. I think Ohio State's really finding their groove, and I think they're going to beat Oregon comfortably.
It's funny. I thought of that game, and I wondered if it would be one of your predictions, and I thought you'd go the other way. That game is where?
Oregon.
Okay. Here is why Ohio State will not win that game, is because every team in the Big Ten that has had to travel 2 time zones has lost. Not just lost this point spread, but lost, except for Indiana, UCLA. So I think the travel is a factor. So
That's crazy.
what else you got, Caleb?
All right. Disagree with you, but okay. I got 2 more. Kentucky, Vanderbilt. I think Kentucky covers a 13.5 point spread, and I got the over 44.5. Vanderbilt used all their energy last week.
Hey now. Yeah. It's a good story, though.
It is. And before I get to my best bets, and I'll do those real quickly, but Tennessee, Florida. Tennessee's covering the 14-point spread, and the game will hit the over 56. I think Tennessee's offense actually finds itself at home against this bad Florida defense.
Hey now. Okay, this is the last week I'm agreeing with you that I think they do, and I think Nico finds a groove. But I mean, this is it.
Yeah, I know. If they don't do it this time, it's over.
I don't know where your dedication lies, but mine lies October 12th. I mean, if they don't get something going offensively, I'm completely off that bandwagon. All right.
Totally agree. My best bets, 2 of the ones I just named. I think South Carolina, Alabama, the over is the best over the week, over 49.5. Alabama's defense is terrible. There's no scoring.
Okay.
And then the other one that we just talked about, Mississippi State at Georgia. You can call me crazy, but Mississippi State plus 34 at Georgia is your best underdog to bet to cover.
That's crazy.
All right.
All right. So the best cover of the week, Kansas State minus 3.5 at Colorado. I think Colorado is not equipped to deal with success, and they're feeling themselves, and Kansas State's going to take them seriously.
Hey now. Okay. I can roll with that.
And my Arizona BYU, that's the best under of the week, under 44.5. And my super dog upset, you're right, LSU was a good one, but Arizona State is actually a larger money line. So I'm taking Arizona State to upset Utah tonight because Utah has Cam Rising coming back tonight. Everybody's excited. But, Dave, they're on the road, and returning a quarterback on the road to start, that's just too dangerous. Arizona State's going to pull the upset.
Over under on how many injuries Ole Miss will fake. As we see on the message board, it's 12.5, and I take the over easy. Hey now.
Man, I wish we could set that as a sports book record. We'd be good at that.